Do you know what it was?
Yes.
It was so confusing.
Yeah, that I have. I mean,
You're
I'm
what?
kinda like, is that?
Oh, wow.
And tomorrow as well, there's the new agent command orientation class.
What time is that?
That is a great question. What?
Your hands are so cold. Yes, I'm sorry. 1 to 2 tomorrow. And that'll be a good one because it goes over everything command does and how it all works together. It's like the ultimate movie preview of it. Yes. And that one's Zoom too, but of course they're
Only on Zoom?
no, I'm sorry.
Oh, in person.
Yes.
Okay, got it, okay.
It's like in my hair. All right. I think so. I think it's okay.
You're on.
Thanks. Yeah, here, I'll show you. Okay. Oh, so nice. Yeah, and I'll pull that up too so everyone on Zoom can see it. Oh, hi. Wow, it's your first day. Hi, welcome. I'm Leah, and that's Jules. Great to meet you. Wow, where are you coming from? Like, what did you do before KW? Wow, very cool. That's what my husband works in, and it's a whole different language. Never know what he's saying over there. So KWB resources, and let me see if anyone's on Zoom just to make sure they can hear me. If not, guys, let me know. Thanks, Jules. So kwbresources.com is the internal website for all the internal tools. As far as the training calendar, you can just click on Office Calendar up here. It's on the home page, but it'll scroll you down. So if I click on that, it will take me down. Great, that'll be fun. And it'll tell you, you know, what's going on today. You know, as far as any tech classes, you can click on it and it'll give you like any Zoom links if you do want to access it on Zoom. I would always recommend coming in if you can. It's a whole different experience, you know. But yeah, this is how you can see the training calendar right from here. And again, so it's kwbresources.com. You'll hear this mentioned just all the time. Anytime you're like, oh, I wonder where this is, you'll hear KWB resources. So this is a good thing to bookmark too, if you haven't. Depending on your browser, there's usually like a star right here that you can just bookmark the page. Awesome. So that'll be on your bookmarks bar.
I'm following along.
Awesome. I love it. Great. All right, guys, and keep me posted if not. All right, so today's class is capturing leads with KW Command. All right, so I'll be taking you guys through the different strategies. How do you get leads, notifications, where do leads come from, and how can you maximize those resources to generate more leads? So the first thing that we are going to do is log into Command, okay? And so Command is agent.kw.com. And that is the other main website to bookmark because you'll go here daily. This is like your agent login for kw.com. So it's agent.kw.com. And this is where you'll go when you hear people reference Command, KW Command. This is that portal. Have you received your Scott Leroy Marketing setup information? Amazing. Have you opened it? Like, do you know your password for this?
Yes.
You're on top of it. So you can go ahead and put in that username and password here. I'm going to sign in as my mom real quick so you guys can see the agent version of the profile. It recently updated. I think it's fast. So just a reminder that your username is not case sensitive, but your password will be. And when you log in, the first thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is how you'll get notified of leads. But then, of course, I'll tell you how those leads actually come in. So there's 3 main ways you get notified by leads or of leads. One is to your email. Okay, so you'll get an email notification. The second way you're notified is in the top right of Command. You'll see this little bell icon. And that'll show you anytime that you have a new lead or any notification from the system in general. These notifications also show up on your phone. So if you have the Command app, and do you have the Command app? Do you know? Okay, if you want to go ahead and open like your app store, and you can search KW, and I believe it's the red app with the white KW. Flip those around, but so that'll be the internal app, and there is 2 apps. So when it comes up, Awesome, thank you. So yeah, go ahead and get that one. And then if you want to go ahead and get this one too, that's for consumers, and I'll go over both today, but if you want to start the download process. So all you need to know right now is that if you have the command app on your phone, you'll receive pop-up notifications of any leads that come in or, task reminders that you have at the beginning of the day. All right, so now that we've talked about how leads come in, let's talk about where people would go to find you and how you can receive leads, okay? The first place being kw.com. So just in general, just if you guys haven't seen it, if you go to kw.com, and I do want to say this is a newer look to the KW profiles. They recently migrated over. So kw.com, right? This is kellerwilliams.com. People can go to search. But if I scroll down past this top image, right, I have the option to find an agent, right? So for example, if you want to see what it looks like if someone were to look you up in the KW system, because this page also shows up pretty high on search engines if someone Googles your name with the word real estate or Keller Williams with it. And I can walk through those steps again, how I got here, right? But this is your profile. And just to show you again how I got here, just from kw.com, I scroll down and it gives me the option to find your agent so that you can start typing in your name. And click on your profile. And I'm going to show you where this information pulls from as well, so you guys know. But this is what individuals will see when they look you up on the internet. The main thing you need to know if you want to change anything on here. So first of all, especially like your bio, Scott Laurie Marketing automatically puts in a bio for you. So if you do not have a custom bio in there, that's one of the things I would recommend creating. If you haven't played with ChatGPT, we can do that after class, and it can write a whole bio about you if you put in some keywords. So it's very cool. I'll show you guys that. I would put that on your list of things to add, okay? And anything that you want to edit in here, I'll show you how, but you can also, hi Ines, I just want you guys to know that you can always email support@scottleroymarketing.com to update anything in this profile or anything you see in your KW technology for that matter, and they'll update it for you for free, always. So that's support@scottleroymarketing.com. They respond to all emails within like 5 to 10 minutes, typically during normal business hours. So you'll always get a super quick reply, and they'll typically just do it for you, okay? Now I'm going to show you where this backend pulls from, but as you can see, it shows your service areas, your languages, if you speak other languages. Like I'll need to update, and this will be good. I'll go update because my mom speaks German fluently. So yeah, she's from Switzerland. She moved here when she was like 13. Isn't that crazy? Okay, so to get in to edit any of this, again, right, I said that you could just email support@scottleroymarketing. That's one option. But you can also, of course, update it on the inside of your command account. So I'm back in command. I switched tabs there. If I lost anyone, I'm just on agent.kw.com. And how we edit that profile is clicking on your name. And this is brand new in the last like 3 months or so, this route I'm showing you. You click your name on the top right of command and then my profile. So my profile, this is now editable within the last 3 months. So now this is where I can come in and I can edit my profile photo. I can edit my biography, right? I would just click on edit right here. All right, and if it gives you any trouble, that's when you can go ahead and email Scott Laurie Marketing and they can do that for you. So I'm going to see if I can go ahead and update her languages, for example. So I'll click on edit. It's preferred language. Okay, English. I'll go with German. Of course, that's a really big one if you do speak a different language to have that in here. So people can search for that. And that allows people to search for any of this information. So any of the areas that you have in here, so I went kind of fast there, you can also click on edit and edit those service areas. So if you want to add more service areas, this will help other agents also find you in the referral section. So if I click on edit, and let's say an agent in Michigan gets told that their clients want to move to Concord, North Carolina, right? Whatever it is, do you want to come up for that? If so, type in that area. Let's see. Of course, you can, put in things like Indian Land and Fort Mill as well, I would recommend. Of course, if you're licensed in South Carolina. Right, you can see it's as easy as clicking, typing in that area, it will come up for you, so you can go ahead and select it for its list. north or south. It took us. Try going like back to Indian, like just Indian land, like not South Carolina. See if that's what it is. Oh,
Oh, there it is.
yeah, it's
Okay.
very specific, I think, like to what it's
I didn't
typed.
realize you could add all those. I need to add.
This is brand new. Like
Okay.
it used to be in the white pages profile and then they merged it all over to command like in the last 2 months or so.
Okay.
So this is a brand new section here and anything that's lowercase there, that's all pulled from the white pages. It looks like it now allows uppercase, but yeah,
Okay.
that's the difference too.
Crazy that North Carolina doesn't pull up.
This is what was kind of, let's see if Charlotte.
Am I crazy?
Man, I don't see Charlotte.
Am I nuts?
I wonder if it wants. Yeah, no, I don't see Charlotte. Let me see if I can add
I
it.
just had to press the add button. Right.
Interesting. Yeah, like my Charlotte on here is added from the other system, so
Right.
that's why it's there. But what the like Indian Land's gonna show up and not Charlotte?
Well, I can't even get Belmont. I tried to try Belmont.
Really?
Let's try. And I know it is pretty fickle. Like if you type in, wait, there's Belmont. Wait, it went away.
For the T.
Yeah, but here it is.
Oh, you got
It didn't show up when I added the T though in the search. Only when I did
You're right,
Belmont.
that's weird.
Okay, could Charlotte be something similar? So this is a brand new feature. I will find out why these things are happening so we can figure out better workarounds. Huh. Well, I'm gonna have to figure that out or I can't sleep at night. So I'll let you guys know. So yeah, I mean, you can come back here and add as many as you would like to, and I'll remind you how you got back here because this is a great thing to
You're gonna
fully
have to,
optimize.
Like you add, you type Valentine, it'll pull up Valentine, comma, Charlotte. But it won't pull up.
Just Charlotte. Interesting. So I wonder if Charlotte is totally broken down like into then South Park, comma Charlotte. I don't know. Yeah, you can choose a bunch. It's just Charlotte itself isn't showing up. It seems like it's maybe broken down. No.
I'm not sure what South Park.
Well, this.
Is Val pull up for you?
I already had it on.
Oh, okay, so.
I don't think.
South Park, one word or two.
Yeah, Valentine, common Charlotte.
Right.
and see.
But plain old Charlotte's not happening.
Interesting. So your bio is obviously right here as well. That is a really important thing for you guys to fill out. So main 2 things here, and then you can click on save changes. Of course, I would recommend even putting in specialties if you don't have that. And you know, if you're new to real estate, what do you want to specialize in, right? Do you want to specialize in first-time home buyers? Do you want to specialize in, you know, luxury listings? What do you specialize in, Ines?
At this rate, it seems like first time home.
Okay, so there you go. I would add that in there because these are things that can make you come up in searches. And you speak a different language, right? So that might be a great place. I know that you can add that language there, but even being your specialty, being, you know, Spanish speaking home buyers and sellers might be a good thing to do. I know you speak Spanish as well, Brian, is that right? So same applies there. I'll give you guys one more minute to just fill in anything else here. And of course, if you finish this, you can click on save and like click on the different contact information so you can see what it has for you to make sure that's all correct. Is anyone still looking at my screen? Okay, great. So I'm just going to go over to like the contact information to show you guys, oh, okay, it's just the bottom section here. So I would really just recommend, you know, looking over this information, make sure it's correct. But that's where it all pulls from. So to remind you, if you want to come back to the about section, right, to go back and add more areas, super easy to get to. Click on your name on the top right of command. Sorry, it's showing a little different. Let me go back to command home here because what you need to see is the full menu. So I clicked on back to command home in case anyone missed that. But click on your name on the top right, and this is where it gives you the option for that profile. And that's how we go in now and can update that. All right, guys, we are going to now take a look at how you can capture more leads with your command website, different searches that perform the best for leads coming in, and also how to distribute that. So first, let's take a look at what is your command website address and pull that up. So if you are in command, I'm in agent.kw.com. On the far left, this menu, click on the very bottom option. That'll be consumer. What that's talking about is like your consumer tools. So this is like the back end of your app, your website, any tools that you have for your consumers, meaning your potential clients. So very bottom option here, consumer. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on the website address to pull that out. Okay. So this is what the website looks like. As far as the website, first of all, they just announced at Mega Camp, so 2 weeks ago, that they're finally launching a brand new website. So very exciting, should be coming. They estimated in the next couple weeks here, which usually means like a month or so. So what's very exciting, a new website look is going to roll out. We'll be able to move it over for you and everything. So it still applies, like it'll still look very similar, but it is very exciting. We've been waiting for this to roll out for a long time. Main things you guys need to know in the meantime. So how you can capture leads with the website is, first of all, okay, right now it's set up so that people can search unlimited properties on your website, okay? So if you want to limit that, so if you want to make it so that they can only view 2 properties before they're forced to log in, or 10 properties before they're forced to log in, you can change that. It defaults to not ever forcing them, okay? So to show you how to change that before we set up, a lead capture search here, come back with me to the tab that says agent site /command here. It'll have that KW logo, agent site /command. And please just let me know if I lose you. I'll come get you back on speed. Okay, so from here, where we can go to edit that is site and app settings. Yep, so consumer, just in case, the full steps, in case I lost anyone, is consumer on the left-hand side of command. And then site and app settings on the top right, right under the bell notification icon.
Yeah, can this also be done from the app on the phone?
Not from the command app, it cannot, but if you go to if you have an iPhone, you can go to Safari, for example, or Google Chrome, and you could go to agent.kw.com to access this site on your phone. You just can't do it from the command app directly.
Okay.
Yeah, the command app really only shows at this point the task notifications, contacts, and opportunities. So you would have to actually get on the desktop version to edit your back end of your website for now. So, from a web browser, you could absolutely come in here and click on site and app settings. And this is where that registration, right now it's set to unrestricted, usually by default. Personally, I would recommend either doing 10 properties or 2 properties. So you do have the option to make it so that they can't view any properties before they're forced to log in. What would you do? I would skirt, right? I'd leave as quickly as I can. People don't want to give their contact information. People can search Zillow and Realtor.com all day long. The fact that they're even on your website is pretty impressive, So I personally view this website as a tool hub, a tool for your clients to be able to search properties. Now, of course, it can act as more and act as a lead capture. And now it will capture leads by default if they click to save a home or they want to save a search. So even if it's set up to unrestricted, it still will capture leads. But if you want it to be restricted based on how many properties, personally, I would recommend 10 properties. Because at that point, they're invested. They've looked at 10 properties, right? However, this is totally up to you how aggressive you want to be with this. Obviously, if you do, let's say, 2 properties, yeah, your chances of getting that contact information might go up because they're forced to put in their contact information after 2 properties. I just wonder, would they leave at that point? So that is something for you guys to think about. It is a double-edged sword. However, I find in this day and age, people really don't want to give out their email. They really don't want another email, and that's what they think they're going to get from you if you force them to. So my recommendation is 10 properties. Of course, let me know if you have any questions on that. But because what we can do is we can set this up. If we set this up as a Facebook ad, and that's what we're going to do for the remaining of class. is I'm going to show you how you can set up a search as just a normal social media post, okay? So that would drive traffic to your website, but I'm also going to show you how to do it as a Facebook ad. So that's what we'll be doing for the rest of class. So depending on what you picked here, go ahead and scroll down and click Save Changes. Okay. And we're actually going to go back to your live site because I'm going to show you how to do a search on your website that will make it so that it'll capture leads for you, okay? So at this point, if you have your website still open, that'll be in another tab. If not, so your website address, just so you guys know, is something like usually your first and last name .kw.com. Yours might be magnoliasky.kw.com. But what's important that you know is you do not put www. Before these website addresses. www. Does not work with the website address. So don't print that anywhere, okay? It's just your first and last name or whatever it is, .kw.com, no www. Okay? Do you guys want to talk about domain names or anything? Do you know what a domain name is? Do you want me to fill you in on that? Does that sound scary? Yes. All right. Okay. Probably. So I would recommend, so what a domain name is okay, my website address is my first and last name .kw.com. That's a lot for me to remember, much less when I'm driving past a sign to remember the dots. So if you were to get a domain name, that means something like going to GoDaddy.com, for example. And let's say I wanted the domain name to be leahhomes.com. So I want my address to just be leahhomes.com. I can see if that's available, right? And it depends on the domain, but it's usually like $12 a year. Goodness, not that one. But usually the domain is like $12 a year. Okay, wait, what? It is, goodness. What'd you say? Let's see. Leah Bass Homes. How about that? It's not even my name. Yeah, and like a lot of them are like 1 cent for the first year. Yeah, so that's a lot more normal than 2000. Anyway, right? So if I bought that domain name, right? So I would just click to add it to my cart, make it mine, great. Then Scott Lori Marketing can point it at your website for you for free. So all you need to do, great, is go find a website address you might want. Now, the reason this is so important, not just for branding. Yes, it's important for it. It's easier for them to remember. It's easier to brand yourself with this. But also, if you guys ever get a new website, let's say your business takes off and you invest in this big, beautiful custom website. Well, you want now your domain name to point to that. So that means all that marketing material that you point out still applies because all that's happening is we're just changing where that domain name points. So now when they type that in, it goes to the new big and beautiful site. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. So this is the action items. Okay, yeah, this is a great thing to do. And then you can put that domain name on, the bottom of your email signature or on your signs, on your cards, right? These are the action items. You go to GoDaddy.com if you haven't. And again, this is not mandatory by any means. It is a very nominal investment, though, for a high return, in my opinion. And so you'd find a website address that you like and you buy it. So that's step 1. Step 2, you email support at Scott Lori Marketing and tell them what you've done, that you bought a domain name, and they'll link the rest up for you for free. Any questions on that? Yeah, it'll be your KW website. That web address will still stand. So if you had other cards printed with your actual KW web address on it, that still works, right? It's just the new domain also works. Okay, great. So I know that was a little aside. If you have any questions, feel free to email us. I'll put my email on the board in 1 second here. All right, but I am changing gears. We're going to now go to your website to show you guys how you can do different searches on your website that are actually really valuable. So the top lead clicked searches is things like price reductions in Valentine in the last 7 days. That's a big one. Okay, so let me show you how you would do that one, for example. So let's say I wanted to do Valentine's here. All right, so you can do it by certain neighborhoods, okay? Just so you know what you have the ability to search by. It'll search by city, different neighborhoods, and it will also do school districts. So if you wanted to do, let's say, homes with a price reduction in the Weddington School District in the last 7 days, okay? So that's what I'm gonna search in Weddington, and I'm gonna scroll down and select the school, okay? Because that's a popular school district, right? So I'll go ahead and select Weddington School District. All right, so this right here, I could take this link and go to my Facebook, and I can show you guys this, and post this link right here and say, check out this exclusive list of homes for sale in the Weddington School District. Let me know when you're ready for your private showing, right? So that means that's driving traffic to your website, posing you as the knowledgeable expert, and allowing them to continue to search after that. So the lead comes in, okay? So just so you guys know what you have access here as well, different searches. So let's say I typed in Waxhaw, and you don't have to follow along, but I'm just gonna show you guys just a different area here. And what I also like too, let's say, all right, what's the average price point that a home would just fly off the market in Waxhaw? Like 500-ish? Okay. So if you were to do a search, let's say, of homes under 550 in 28173, right? Another thing people would really like to click on, right? So you can adjust the price, right? So I could put in, let's say, 550. I don't know if I need the whole thing, probably. And anything I change the search to is going to change the URL. So any of these searches, I can take this and post it to my Facebook page. I'm going to show you how you can launch an ad with it too, take it to that next level. And I will show you this. But the last thing I want to show you that are cool with these filters are under more. It also could give you the option to, put all the homes in Waxhaw that with a pool for sale, right? Another one with big clicks. All the open houses in 28277 this weekend. Have weekend plans? Click here for all your open houses. Want a deal, right? People always want to get a deal. All the homes that are price reduced in this area, right? Just to give you an idea of different call to actions, right? Those are different call to actions. So whatever I take, let's say whatever I search here, I'm going to see if I am logged into Facebook. I'll log in so I can show you guys what it looks like. I mean, you guys probably know how to post something to Facebook, but it does show like a photo of the home and all. So I'll show you guys that, and I'll show you how to do an ad with it. Love when I know my password. All right. So when you're posting here, whatever search I just did on my website, I can come up here and copy this and go to my Facebook and paste it in. Okay. So I can come down and I can just move this down a little bit. And I can put, search homes with a price reduction in Weddington School District. In the last 7 days, call me if you would like a private showing, kind of deal, right? So that's one way for free. The reason I want to show you this is the free method that you can use your website to generate leads, right? Facebook ads, of course, cost, but they're pretty nominal. You can start with a $10 ad. The recommendation is $35 to $50, but I'm going to show you how you can apply that if you would like to run a Facebook ad and Instagram ad to generate leads that way. Any questions about searching and just posting it to your website in general? Yes.
Would your recommendation be that we do this on like a personal Facebook page?
Good question.
Or do we need like?
Good question. So your personal page will always get more interaction, right? So the personal page is great to have. The reason the business page is also recommended, so to have both, is a couple reasons. First of all, credibility. If someone looks you up, the business page is always on the top of Google when they look up your name. So it's kind of like, if you looked up a business, you'd be able to see the CEO on Facebook, but you'd see the business also as a separate credible source, right? Now, another reason other than credibility is also like there are features in Command that allow you to post in advance. Or if you want to do a Facebook ad, those require business pages.
Gotcha.
So a lot of the tools require a business page, but
So we should set up our own.
yeah, I would recommend it. And I have a video that's like 10 minutes on how to do it, you know, and like best practices. So I'll send that to you. And if you don't mind writing that down though, in an email, and then, okay, thank you. And then I'll, good, wonderful. But yeah, and so this is like that free way to do it. And I would recommend doing that once a week, right? And the cool thing is I don't know if you went to Jules' class last week on scheduling social posts, right? I'll kind of point where that is, but I could go in one time at the beginning, let's say the first of each month, and I set up for once a week, the next 4 weeks, a different search. Let's say one's for Wellington School District, next one's price reductions, next one's homes with pool, right? Schedule that out, boom, it's posting, right? It's doing the job, and I'm not having to go through and do it. And it's a live link, so it's always the most recent homes too. Exactly. So even if if it's like in a month, 6 months, it'll always be the most current when they click on it, right? So that's one of those things that's kind of like evergreen, where you could do that once a week for the whole year, and it's something, you know, and I mean, valuable. And then also, you know, if they click on that on their phone, it does point them to like the mobile search app as well. So it's kind of two birds in one stone, like promoting your app at the same time. So I do really recommend this strategy. And doing that once a week in the very least. If you have any questions, just let me know. And that's free, right? So we like that. And I'm going to show you, so I'm going back to Command. So if I lose anyone, I'm in agent.kw.com in Command. I just want to point to the section where you can like schedule out social media posts the entire time. And if you want a video on this, if you can just jot that down and send me an email. My email is contact@juleahdesigns.com. I'll put it in the Zoom chat too. Anything I say that you want more info on, shoot me an email. I'll send you a quick 10-minute video on how to do it or the best next steps. All right. So in Command, when you're in Command, you can schedule these like I keep mentioning, right? And this is where we're going for the Facebook ads as well. So in case I lost anyone from here, this is the tab with the red KW. I'm in agent.kw.com. I know it says Command up here. And the campaign section is where we go to schedule social media posts in advance and also schedule Facebook ads or Instagram ads. So again, I'm in that campaign section. It's like the little megaphone because we're broadcasting information out. That's the idea. Right. So up here, just so you can see what you have the access to in this section, this is where you can run paid ads. That's what we're going to do today. Emails, so you can send emails out, direct mails, postcards, and social posts, which we also talked about, right? So for example, if you click on that social posts tab, it'll show you kind of like a view here. So you could see, you know, the week in advance, you can see it, you know, you can go ahead and click to create a social post that you want automatically to launch tomorrow, right? But also like if I wanted to go ahead and schedule out those website links, right? So on the top right, anytime that you click on a new applet in Command, meaning like one of these items on the menu, always look in the top right, that green button will be the action item. So that create campaign option gives you 4 different options that we just kind of talked about. The ones that are free are social post and email. Okay, so I know we're talking on social here though. So just so you can see like a really quick preview of what this looks like, because it is so cool, probably one of the top tools to use in Command. And it does require a business page. So this is only posting in advance on your business page, but then the best practice there is once it posts on your business page, you click share and share it to your personal page, which will increase engagement and also make people aware that you have a business page, right? Yes. Oh, your Facebook? Wi-Fi? Yeah, it was doing that to me too. I'll come help you. Kind of.
The drink thing either.
Oh, yes.
I went with my Sprite from a couple weeks ago when it was acting out broken. I went to the.
Sorry, I haven't gotten to Facebook ads yet. That's next.
So weird, because when I go to refresh this for Command, because I have Chrome for Command.
Good luck with that.
I don't know if the office
I don't
had it
know.
or if it's that I have to reset some.
I mean, it has been acting up on me, like, but I'm gonna just keep playing with it over here. Hey, Mom, just come on in.
I'm sorry.
Moms, no boundaries.
Anything from Potbelly?
Oh, see, I was mean to her and she's offering to get me lunch. Thank you. Yes, I would love a chicken salad sandwich.
Do you like the peppers?
Yeah,
Whatever.
all of it. Just whatever you think. Thanks, Mom. Really? Oh, nice. That's exciting. When? You had a closing? I see. Yeah, right? More of those. You're good.
Oh, Megan. Okay, everybody calls me Melissa. I remember.
Oh, yeah.
I was always very suspect of what the new construction is.
Uh-huh.
But my last 3 people that ended up on new construction.
Really?
this Last, very difficult. They could not do new construction in December and January. They had a lot of stuff to their credit. I finally had someone that I love and trust dearly for private, like a Ross Mortgage, a small company.
Mhm.
She got them approved. They signed their contract for an August close. And they warned them at closing, DHI is important, it's gonna be after you. And they don't wanna deal with that at first. But of course, they could offer them, they were very nice, they were offering 5,000 for out of house mortgages
Wow.
instead of buyers.
Mhm.
And then when they switched over, they got 15,000, an extra pet. And they were able, because they had the buy down money, they were looking down to 6.3.
Wow.
And they had like 6,500 cash to close. Whereas with Ross, they needed to have like 28,000.
Interesting.
So,
is good, I've got some buyers.
Really?
right, so right now.
Good to know.
Definitely last fall, I got one couple in 4.75, 30-year FHA rate. I was like screaming it, nobody would like move. And so these guys weren't able to get that. They were a referral from that 4.75 couple. That, oh my
Wow.
goodness, I love new construction.
So that might be the right way to go.
There are some things in this market, there are some things they will give up, which is like a bigger yard, space between houses.
Right.
But when you're getting your first home, I don't see a downside to it.
Right. To new construction. A lot of buyers are going that route. That's awesome. And
Good incentives right
and the supply chain, has that caught up? Like, is it taking forever still? Good. Good. That's exciting. Cool. I don't know if I'm allowed to ask this, but
True homes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing really good too.
The people that lived in my life laugh.
what's the new construction that only offers like, I don't know, 1,500 or like a set? Right. You guys all knew that. Yeah. 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 Wow. Awesome.
Yeah, we price it differently, so it's not as obvious as with Veritage and Fortin. But that 3% closing cost translates to a pretty good bundle.
Cool.
But again, for the people that are been landing in my lap, that's a little high price.
Gotcha.
And although I wasn't lucky with Veritage last year, when I got them to sign a contract, they were only offering 2%.
Okay.
So
So it's changed, shift.
I had a not just
Oof.
Saucy bourbon.
Oh, really? Wow.
And Tri-Point, there's huge new development near my house. They're not that cheap and 2%.
They're doing too.
But I'll also say that about Ryan. I because I'm so much older than you guys. I remember the days of 18% interest rate.
Right.
Wow.
That's
But
great.
houses were only like
Right.
$5,000, weren't they?
What?
Yeah, really.
Houses were like $5,000.
No, they
How
weren't.
do I save this?
I mean, they were a lot less.
Oh,
but it's all
it's
proportional.
missing.
Leah, it's
see.
all
Oh, I have it.
proportional.
Oh, like, has the inflation caught
It
up?
was horrible. Inflation is tremendous.
I just need your app link.
So
Oh, great, you
the
have it.
thing
Okay.
is-
Here, and I wanted to change some of the S, doesn't go there, but,
Oh, okay.
so I did that already. Okay, so there it is.
Yeah, connect that. Yeah, exactly.
the last word on Ryan Homes, it's not because they're treat. It's because.
I might be
since
able to
I'm a
just
kid,
copy and paste it.
I have heard the kid would have the best reputation in terms of.
Oh,
homes.
that's great.
That's
It means
it's the
that
iPad,
somebody
right?
in a Ryan home would have a
Because I
great
can do
experience.
that on
Absolutely.
my
Then we looked them
computer.
up in my coaching group.
Let me see, just
To, on the consumer affairs, I had 1 star. So now it's not just bad rap from years, now it's proven.
Right.
So I stay away from it. What have you found with Empire? Have you looked at Empire? I have not. They have beautiful townhouses.
Yeah.
And they
dang,
actually have
my
road.
laptop can do it.
Half the schools
Here,
in
Doc.
that area.
Yeah, I know.
That's the, so I'm not pushing them because I know that these people, I mean, I'm not going to tell them
Right.
if they want to go look, great, but.
So I was trying to make your life easier, but
I
I
appreciate
might
it.
have made it harder.
Oh,
Ah, yay. Okay, here it
You know
is.
what I did with my South Carolina? They never told me they rejected my fingerprints.
Oh.
Sorry, and yeah, now if you go back,
Like, oh, I'm too busy, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
So, and I got my background check and then
nice.
I finally. called
Okay.
them, they, Oh,
that's
they
cool.
rejected your
Wait.
fingerprints. That was the guy who knows what I'm supposed to be doing over there. Oh,
I
no,
tried with both
I'm
things.
not saying this is bad,
And no,
but
Yeah.
maybe it's weird fingerprints or something.
Or maybe it's fun from me.
Maybe.
oh my goodness.
So, I mean, my background's.
It's right there.
Get that so I can sell in South Carolina.
I can help you.
I know
Oh,
iPads have some
Wow.
trouble with it, but it's just so close.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So is my sister.
If you want to leave this open, I'll bring it to Joel's too after. Sorry. All right, friends. I got to keep going. All right, no worries. Okay, so the difference between what we're just looking at, okay? So this method right here is free. I'm going to go back to show you guys how I got here and the difference between free and not free, right? So where I am is in that campaign section, right? And so if you want to do a free social post, meaning if you just want to post it on your business page, but the beauty is you can schedule it for the whole month in advance, right? I could go in here and click create campaign, click social post, and this will be the free one that I can schedule this in advance. So it's showing me the business page it would post to, right? I'm putting in whatever it's about. So let's say I copied and paste and it's like all the homes in Weddington for sale, right? I can paste that in and write it. And then all I'm doing basically on the bottom, sure, you can publish it immediately or you can schedule it in advance. So let's say I want it to post, on Wednesday or Friday morning. You can even Google, what's the best time to post on Facebook on Wednesdays? And it tells you like 3 times usually just to give you an idea. It's around and first thing in the morning, like when they're getting up and sitting on the toilet. Second, sorry to be graphic, but it helped me remember. Second time was like with lunch, and third time is like when they're going to bed at night. The average life of a social media post is about 1 hour. So it does matter when you're posting it that your audience is active at that time. So just a tidbit. What? Just sound effects. I love them. No, you shouldn't even know. Social posts. Yeah, there's a lot of credibility and sharing it to your personal. So once it posts on your business, sharing it to your personal is key because your personal page will always get more engagement. It's Facebook. They want it to be a friend platform, right? Anyway, we can talk more strategy about that. I do want to show you guys how you would launch this as a Facebook ad. So if you want to make sure people see it, for example, you can pay for Facebook and Instagram ads. So I'll show you that. I'm going to click Save Draft here. So you can do the same if you would like to. I'm going to real quick log into my account because I have my Facebook linked. I'm not sure if my mom does. All right, so an ad, if you wanted to run an ad, so the difference is too, okay, a social post would go in front of your friends, anyone that you're friends with on Facebook or Instagram. An ad does not go on your page. It goes on the side of Facebook, right? Or as a sponsored Instagram ad and gets in front of unmets. That's what you're paying for. You're paying to get in front of people that you do not know, right? So where I am, again, is in that campaign section. That's where we've been doing everything lately, that campaign section. And again, as I mentioned, after you click on the menu here, we always want to click on the top right. That's that action button. So creating the campaign. In this case, I'm going to do a paid ad. Now you do have to have a business account to even set this up at all. and it doesn't have the ability to save as a draft right now because this is brand new. So just so you guys know what you're getting into, you can always just watch on my screen, take notes if you would like to. All right, so what you're looking at here is the different kinds of posts or ads that you can run. So you can see the top row, and this is where I would recommend starting. I would always recommend, see this blue right here, this little blue tag includes Facebook lead gen form. Why that's so important is what happens when they click on your ad is a lead gen form comes up with Facebook's branding, and Facebook pulls all their contact information from their profile so you know it's correct. And since they trust Facebook, they tend to click continue. And before they even see the page, you know, let's say we're running it on homes for sale in the Wellington School District, before they even see that page you provided them, you already captured their lead information right into command. Sorry, they can't delete it? Is that what you said? They can change it. Some of them do. Yeah, they do have the ability to change it. However, it tends to come in correctly though, more likely because they don't have to type it in at least, you know, so they would have to go out of their way to change it versus go out of their way to make it correct kind of deal. You know, and so what we've seen, just so you guys know the quality of these leads, usually when we run these Facebook ads, and we've run a lot for agents, it does generate pretty solid, like they're real people leads, despite maybe some of those. They're not necessarily walking off of Facebook ready to buy and sell right that second. They're coming into your database needing to be cultivated, right? They need to be touched. It takes them on average 8 to, now I've heard agents say, to 13 touches before really in this market establishing that credibility of you as your real estate resource. So with that being said, and this is something of course we'll go over next time, is you need to make sure, okay, if you're capturing leads, what does your lead follow-up system look like? Do you have emails set that are cultivating your sphere? You're cultivating your leads. That is that next thing you want to think of. Sure, you can do this manually for a while, but after so many, we need to make sure we have those lead systems set up. And that's smart plans, by the way, and that can be set up with us easily. Yes.
Speaking of smart plans, I went on, say, the golden letter.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see the golden letter.
Mhm.
I could only see the steps. I couldn't see the actual golden letter.
Oh, you have to add it to fully
Oh,
see it.
so these
Yeah.
are just the skeleton.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So if I know this is like a whole nother class in itself, but the term smart plans, if you want to jot that down, that's probably one of the next upcoming classes, but that's just essentially how to automate your lead follow-up systems. So we'll automatically email them. Okay. So I have a video in the meantime. However, just so you know, that's kind of like that last final step that we want to make sure we have set up. And of course, when you guys meet with us, because too, I don't think we have our meeting set up, right? Because you can meet with us once a week for free. Market Center pays for it, and we will set all this stuff up for you. So, you know, everything you see in here, more note exists, and then we can meet with you guys and actually implement it, is because I know it's a lot. So what you're seeing here is, so let's say we have a new listing that we wanted to run an ad for, right? You could do that here with the listing one. I would recommend the multi-image carousel if you're going to do a listing post. And if you don't have a listing, just so you know, technically you can market another agent's listing, right? You just need to have that form signed, and I can show you guys that. But for today's class, we're going to do a non-listing. So I'll go ahead and select that. Non-listing. So that was like the 4th one over. And I do have a video on this that I will share as well if you guys just don't mind shooting me an email.
What else we emailing about video for what?
Yeah, I have a video on Facebook ads if you would like it. So when you're actually doing it, you know, I find it's helpful to pause and follow along.
I'm up to 6 bullet points. I was like, why did you email me?
Yes,
No
no,
way.
this is what I need, right? Because I'm like, oh, you probably need more information on this and this. Yeah. So thank you. And I'll try to CC everyone on the email back. Yes. Mhm. Yeah, Twitter doesn't have the option for it. It does have the option for for Facebook and Instagram, and actually now it has. Okay, let's. Yeah, do you have it here? Uh-huh.
And then you go here.
But yeah. No.
Gotcha, because it links through the Facebook page. So as long as your Instagram is linked through Facebook, it's in the back end of Facebook. I'll go grab Joel's. Sorry. But I'll go get her. She's almost done with her appointment in 10 minutes, and I'll bring her in here to answer that question for you. It's like, yeah, and if you pull up a new tab and Google connect Facebook to Instagram. It should give you a direct link and we can work on it together too in the meantime. So the main things to kind of go over here, it might not let you if you don't have a business account set up, and it might be telling you to connect. I kind of want to show you an overview of this, and then I'll send you a video and know that you can meet with us and we're happy to set this up with you. But it does take you down through this pretty simply, where it's first telling you, okay, what's your targeting? So depending on what we're doing, if we're doing homes in the Wellington School District, maybe I want to go ahead and have that target around 28173, right? Or if it's for a listing, right, it would be around that listing, right? You can go ahead, you can put multiple areas, you can, and this is new, you can do up to 10. So for example, let's say you wanted to also launch this to New York, which is really populated, and you know, you're running an ad on homes with land, right? I've done that for agents and they get a lot of leads from it. Again, leads that need to be cultivated, but just some ideas. So you can put in New York and California, etc., or just areas around Charlotte, of course. Now for the media type, if you're putting in an image or a video, you know, if it's an image, I would recommend an image from the listing, right? Or if we are going to, I don't think they have default images. I'm going to look, click to select there. This is pulling from your designs tab. So if you have a design created, you could pull that in. Just an idea too, okay, is if you go to pixabay.com, if you want unlimited images that you can use on your website and to market yourself with, pixabay.com is royalty free, like it's all free images and they're really pretty. Like you could type in Charlotte and get images of the Charlotte skyline. I could type in, let's say, luxury kitchen. Okay, and there's just really one thing to know, and that's that the first row costs and then everything else is free. That got me though a lot. I was like, wait. Anyway, so like, and look, these are beautiful images, right? I mean, so let's say you found one that kind of fit your needs. So let's say like an ad would probably perform well with this picture, or maybe a photo of a pool. Pools tend to get a lot of clicks, right? Whatever it might be, I could go ahead and find a photo here. So I'm on pixabay.com. You just click on it and click to download it. And I usually leave it on whatever it is, like the size wise, to download it. And it prompts you, like, if you want to leave a tip, you can, or donate, but you don't have to. It's very cool. And then these are commercial approved images, so you can use that on your website. You could use that as your Facebook banner photo, right? In this case, I was looking for a photo for my ad to run, right? And I know I'm kind of jumping tabs, so please let me know if I lose you, or I'm happy to do this with you later. So if I add new media here, right, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can, no, not that one. Drag and drop in. Oh, it's just all the ones that are not in the first row. Like, see how it says these, not those, but anything on the second row down. And then like, if nothing here tickles your fancy, then like just search luxury home. You know, even Charlotte, I'm always just so amazed that like the Charlotte city skyline is in here. Like all these, well, not the top ones, which are pretty, but like these are good enough, you know. So yeah, just playing with the search, but there's amazing different images here. And that's one of the biggest ways to make your marketing pop, of course. So you can throw any of that, like, yeah, Charlotte city skyline, let's say, whatever you want it to be, click confirm and close. And that's what's going to be the main image for your ad here. All right, and then as far as the headline, you know, if we are running an ad on, let's say, homes for sale in the Weddington School District. I'm going to put under, I don't know, 550, 650, something like that. Whatever you think the number would be that it would fly off the market, that's typically that top performing ad. Less is more. Can't say that enough. So as little words as possible is your goal here. So you can see where the headline will appear, and then you'll have body text that can go above it. I do not recommend, like if you're doing it for a home, I do not recommend putting in like the property description. People scroll, right? Too many words, people just keep scrolling. So, you know, something like live out your dream in Weddington, NC. I do recommend using an emoji on the top, something like the house emoji is my go-to, or the key emoji. Those are typically the most eye-catching, right? You have seconds to get them to stop scrolling, right? So that's the idea of catching their eye. And you can write something like, click below for an exclusive list of and just, these are small tips, but usually if I reference like click below, I'll usually do an emoji of like pointing down, something like that to bring their attention. All right, and I can see a preview of that here. All right, so now scrolling down, this is important. This is where we're putting in actually that URL. So this is where I would need to go do that search on my website, which I will. I'm going to have to switch tabs, so bear with me. So I do have my website still open here, right? So this is where I would go in and do that search. And in this case, I'm doing a search of, let's say, Weddington Homes. And I want this to be under 550K. So there's my list. So I'm going to copy that. And I do know this is a lot of steps. I'll show you this again if needed. And we're going to paste it in. Just one thing to know before you paste it in, there's already an HTTPS. So I would highlight that before you paste it so it doesn't have two of those. And you can preview it to make sure it works. Because if you just paste it in, it has two of the HTTPSs and it won't work. So I would recommend previewing it, make sure that it does actually go to the search that you want it to. But note that before they even get to this page, you've already captured their lead information into command, just so you guys know, right? Because they get hit with that Facebook lead gen form first, they click confirm, and then it goes right to your command database, okay? And then they see that page. Does that make sense? Great. All right, last thing to know here, guys, is you can set tags. So right when that comes in, if you want that to be tagged with Facebook ad, Weddington, you could, right? I could go ahead and add that in as a tag. And I would recommend putting in like a keyword of what the Facebook ad was about if you plan to run multiple, so you can tell the difference in the different lead sources it came from. And then you can also make it automatically start on a smart plan. So this is what I was talking about, if you automatically want them to get an email right when they come in, you can set them up on one of your corresponding smart plans here. So I could go ahead and click that. And I'll show you where you can like eye over what they are. Right. I can go ahead and put in the seller, let's say smart plan or whatever one you want to pick. And you guys might have different ones. And then I think that we have to add the logo. Let me see if it'll let me. No, great. Okay, and then I click proceed to last step. And it gives you the option to put in your budget and your credit card. So this is where I would recommend, now you can do it for as little as $10, your budget. I would recommend doing around a $35 budget, $50 if you're feeling crazy, okay? What I usually do for clients is I run for 10 days, $50 ads. So the strategy is around $5 to $7 a day for 5 to 7 days. 5 to 10 days, right? So you're looking at around $35 is where I might recommend starting. You guys don't have to do this by yourself too. Like you can schedule an appointment with us. We'll do all the strategies together, press, to send it off. And then, you might feel more comfortable that next time. So know that's an option and know that you could run it for $10. I would recommend it. It gets your name out there, right? It gets you in front of people and getting you in front of unmet specifically is very valuable. I know that was a super quick overview of Facebook ads, and this is all new, brand new. What questions can I answer for you guys on this? Okay. Well, no, let me show you one more time how you would make an appointment with us so we can do this together too. Just on kwbresources.com. And then I need tech help on the top right is our Calendly. We are going out of town next week, so you'll notice all next week is not there. We're going to Bald Head. I know, I'm so sad to go to the beach. Yeah, we're sisters, yeah. And then my mom's here. We had the whole family.
I said, oh, is that Connie? She's my coach, but I haven't met
Oh,
her
really?
yet.
Oh, you'll love her.
Dog, I'm like, I know.
Yeah, this is the one bad time when like we're all in the family and we all go on vacation one time a year. We're just like, bye everyone. Anyway. Exactly. Yeah, I'm really counting down. But, in the meantime, if you guys have questions, so I'll be around now for 30 more minutes too. If you guys need help, I'll come look at your stuff. And, as you need us, email us. And Scott, right? Email super quick as well. So in the meantime, Scott is there. And we'll be on our emails. So if you need us, we'll be there. All right. For those of you online, let me know if you have any questions. I'll put my email in the chat. Thanks for coming. All right. Contact. Yeah, is there anything you guys want to see in general? Like other than, I know that was a lot of information. The classes always are, and my goal is always to tell you to just know that these things exist so that you can always come in with us and we can help you implement it, right? We have you tomorrow, right, Megan? Yes. Nice. Oh, the Google ads? Oh, so I just heard, Serge, well, he was planning on running a Google ad and he said the minimum is $250. Yeah, that's where so I have not heard of agents using it. And I told Serge, it seems very cool. So you can now run, what he's asking is you can run Google ads from here as well, that same section. And it's cool because it'll make it, if you Google something and like the first 5 links are ads, and it also shows up like on the top or the side of YouTube, like not as a YouTube video ad, but like on the side, which I think is very cool. But its starting price is $250. So I told Serge I wanted to do some research, find some success stories of other agents that have used it before he launches it. But then Serge says he wants to be a guinea pig, so then I'll come tell you guys how it goes after that. So we're putting the plan in motion to find out how that is. But I imagine it being very powerful. It's just quite an investment versus Facebook and Instagram ads. But I imagine probably the lead quantity would reflect that. I mean, when we run for about $50 for 10 days, we get on average like 15 leads come in, like 2,000 impressions, 100 clicks, right? So, I mean, you are getting a decent amount. It shows you like the cost per lead. I would imagine Google will be even more because everyone Googles things, But anyway, if you want to put a fork in that, and then I'll keep you guys posted on what I find on that. I'll teach a class on it. Okay, I will. You got it. Anything else you guys want to see in the meantime? And two, if it's more you want to learn further, like shoot me an email because I have little 10-minute videos, on how to do all of this, which I find is very helpful, especially when I'm trying to do just the one thing. Okay, I only want a Facebook ad tutorial. So anyway, I have the corresponding ones. Just let me know. And two, like if you like training videos, just to point out that slmtraining.com, right? SLM is Scott Leroy Marketing. So they're a virtual tech company, right? They do all your KW setup. That's who Jules and I worked for before we came here. So slmtraining.com, and then our market center number is the password to anything on this site. Our market center number is 350, like the order of KWs were opened, I think. So 350 is our website password here. And again, this is slmtraining.com. And then if you want to, you can come down here and watch trainings by topic. So let's say I want to learn how to give a referral, or I want to learn how to manage my database. I can click on that and it'll give you all the videos that are corresponding. And that is SLM for Scott Leroy Marketing, training.com. All right. Anything else, guys? You want to just crawl out of here and never open your computer again? Oh, is it still not connecting? I'm sorry, Ines, I forgot. I'm sorry. Okay, hit me.
Might wanna look.
Okay.
This keeps happening. And I don't know how to get it to stop.
I got you. Okay. I have a guess at least.
Okay.
Let's see. So tasks here.
Daily thing.
That's annoying.
Yeah. Like, I gotta get rid of this.
Can I click that? Is that what it wants? No. What? Where is it?
It's linking from their side.
Oh.
So it's not any of mine.
Okay, well then I can probably go find it then
Okay.
and get rid of it.
Okay.
That is
That would be
probably what's
great.
happening because you've looked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Then I bet that's
Like,
exactly
I
what's
even
happening.
goes, like, we'll click on it, right? And
Just nothing. It just goes to here.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I bet I can fix that from his. That'll be
Okay.
my goal.
Okay.
I'll keep you posted.
Cool.
I'll keep
Thank
it. Yeah, for sure.
I've been, scheduling the posts.
Yeah,
Yeah, he would be, I've got a few in there.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, and doesn't that take off some sort of like mental load?
Yeah.
She's scheduling social media posts.
So,
Wow, that is awesome. And if you guys are looking for, content to post on there, just some other ideas. I mean, so anytime you are like even if you're posting an article, right? Like Axio Charlotte, if you guys haven't looked at it, it's just awesome. So that's a good one. Like it'll show you all the websites that are opening, all the homes. Thank you, gosh, that are opening this month in Charlotte, and really just putting a link to it because people, yeah, they see you as a home expert. That's what you want, but also you want them to see you as a Charlotte area expert. No, it's loading. Sorry. It's Axios Charlotte. Struggling over here. But if you do that, like it'll show you, yeah, all the top restaurants opening, new bars. Like if you pick a link from there, there's actually like real estate related topics. And I like that one. Keepingcurrentmatters.com is another good one. It's just national, but it's still really valuable. Like it talks about mortgage interest rates and like, to not freak them out. Yeah, that you can just share. So, oh, leave. I see. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Sorry. Okay, Axios Charlotte. So this is Axios Charlotte, charlotte.axios.com. Like I posted once for my clients, like all the jobs that are available in Charlotte, things to do, what's going on this weekend. Wouldn't that be awesome if you were their resource of every Thursday or Friday, you posted all the things that were going on in Charlotte this weekend and they knew where to get it by coming to your page, right? And, when you're posting that, I do recommend, like I said, share it to your personal page. Also share it to your story, right? On your personal side, because some people only like to look at stories. So just some ideas there. So this is one, and then Keeping Current Matters, that was that other one. The blog section specifically, currentmatters.com, and then you'll see there's a blog at the top, and it gives you like pre-created real estate stuff. Real estate blog here. Now it wants you to upgrade so that it'll put your branding on it. From what I've seen though, honestly, you can just, click on any of these. And like, so if you share it from here, yes, it won't have your branding on it, but you can also just, copy this and paste it to your Facebook and it won't have your branding, sure, but it's still free. And it's really valuable information, right? So, and now you can pay, I think it's like $30 a month. Weren't you doing it or no? No, you didn't do Keeping Current Matters, right? I think it's like $30 a month if you want access. But anyway, as a workout around as a free option in the meantime.
I just found that screenshot theirs. And then I'll go and add my.
Love that. It's my best friend.
It's so much fun.
And too, if you guys need it, right, we have a package that's for $150. We'll post on your social media for the entire year, once a week, all real estate stuff. So if you ever need us or want to outsource that, we've got you. We've got a package for that.
For the year.
Yeah, that's our promotional price. So, yeah, one a week, and it's things like seller tips, buyer tips, and all going to your business page because it is a pain to maintain a second page, right? But that's what it wants. It wants, to show that you're posting regularly, so it pulls up higher on Facebook. So it's strategically telling them, do you want to buy new construction? Do you want, questions about mortgage rates, things like that. So if you need information about that, just shoot me an email. I'm happy to send that over to you. But yeah, I was just gonna log out here. But any other things? I know, Brian, that page is probably still messing with you, right? I'm gonna go grab Joel's. Homekeeper? So Homekeeper, yeah, but it's a free app unless you upgraded. How much did it charge you? Or is it? Huh. Do you have an invoice like in your email that you could forward to us so I could like look at it? It's okay if not, but Twilio makes sense. Homekeeper, let me go grab Joel to see if she knows the answer to your hard questions, Brian. I'll be right back. But yeah, that was it. I'll be right back to answer any other questions you guys got, but thanks for coming. Yeah.